everybody. Welcome to the Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the podcast where we talk about Dragon Ball in a fun, comedic way. We watch each episode, then we get together, we talk about it. We do a little improv. We do, we get a little sidetracked. We go into our own little world. And you're along for the ride, so sit back and relax. Because we got some anime to talk about. But, before we get into the juicy bits of this episode, we got to do what's called Kame housekeeping. And to start off, we got to do something called the 1 minute roundup.
Ching, ting, 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 ting.
Well, I say, that's one of those newfangled machine-operated handguns, isn't it?
44 caliber, 200 rounds a minute.
You know
just
what?
gotta reload real quickly.
Take your time. I'm marveling at its beautiful construction and its devastating power.
That's one bullet, 199 more to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just magnificent. You tore that shed asunder with its massive, recursive fire. It's like something a god would use. That ends the 1 minute roundup. We do that as a little warm up to get our improv muscles, going. We do a little Western scene, and then that scene ends when one of us breaks. And unfortunately, or fortunately, Aaron broke. Was it my line that's what a god would use?
Yeah, it was certainly that.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I was like, I'll keep going, and I'll keep slowly loading bullets into this till the day I die or laugh.
Perfect. And the actual 1 minute roundup is where one of us, this time Aaron, has 1 minute to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball up until this point. And it's getting ridiculous because we've just passed the threshold of 100, and God, there's a lot to talk about. So, Aaron, whenever you're ready, do your best, and I wish you good luck.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic balls that if you collect them all, you get any wish you want. And there was a young woman named Bulma who went on a journey to find him, and that's how she found Goku, our main boy, who's a karate boy and also an alien boy. Shh, don't tell. They go off and they fight Emperor Pilaf, who wanted to use those balls to take over the world, but they stop him. Then Goku trains with Roshi and Krillin to become the strongest boy, and he enters a tournament, but he's only the second strongest boy. So after that, he's like, I'm going to find one of those Dragon Balls because it's special to me for a reason. And in doing so, he defeats an entire paramilitary force, the Red Ribbon Army. And then after that, he trains some real life experience as he goes and saves people from trouble. Then he enters this Tenkaichi tournament because he wants to be the strongest boy. And he's fought his way to the finals, and he's fighting Tien. And oh yeah, that's right, he might be dead at this point. But I got like 5 seconds. Let's see if people cry.
Hey, Aaron, that was fantastic.
Ooh, time to spare.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with it.
But I mean, you rocked it, man. You really did. So we do that so you don't have to go back and listen to every episode or watch every episode of Dragon Ball. But I think, Aaron was speaking at a rate that not a lot of people can pick up. He packed it all in there. So go if you're still confused or if there's something that you missed in that 1 minute roundup, we encourage you to go back and listen to our old stuff. Pick and choose the episodes you want. It's a good time. There are special guests. Go back and listen to that 100th episode. It was a blast to make, and it was it's going to be a blast for your ears.
The good kind.
Oh yeah. Not a bad blast.
Like a flavor blast.
Ooh, yeah. It's like Gushers for your ears.
Yeah.
Right?
Doesn't that sound inviting, folks?
I really miss them. Did you do the thing where you just open the whole pack, put it into a big Gusher ball, and then stick it in your cheek?
I am notorious for... I didn't do the chipmunk.
Okay.
But I am notorious for opening fruit snacks and just pouring it all into my gob like some sort of monster.
There's nothing wrong with that, Aaron. Don't let anybody tell you there's something wrong with that. I do the same thing with the little ones. It's only with the big bags that I take my time. But I also always separate them because I want to see how many grapes there are. I'm like, how many because they have the purple grapes and then they have white grapes. I'm like, how many grapes am I getting?
What?
Yeah.
What
and
fancy ass fruit snacks are you eating?
Costco, baby. Kirkland.
Ooh.
You gotta go to Kirkland.
Give me that bulk.
Mm-hmm. The last piece of Kame housekeeping is that I have to remind you and us sometimes that Aaron and I, we watch 2 different versions of the show. I watch the English dubbed version while Aaron watches the Japanese language English subtitled version. We do this because a lot of things kind of get translated for context. They like to spare the American people the awkward or weird lewdness of Japanese humor, which I think is a travesty. So we get into that sometimes. But the first thing that's usually different within the episode is the title itself. So Aaron,
yes,
do you want to take this one first?
All right. If you feel strongly enough about it.
I'm just taking a stab at the dark.
Episode 101 of Dragon Ball. End of the tournament. And then?
Okay.
End of the tournament, exclamation mark. And then ellipses, 2 exclamation marks.
Oh my goodness.
So I feel like they failed that English paper. In freshman English.
They really did. That is not how you form a sentence. And then mine is episode 101, The Fallen.
Oh, that's ominous.
Ominous.
At least the way you said it.
Well, I said it the way I thought it was supposed to be read.
That's Goku's new metal band.
The Fallen.
The Fallen.
I like to eat food. I like to eat food. I want to fight you. I want to fight you. Come okay.
Fighting.
So if somebody wants to put sick ass guitar licks and drums behind that and then sell it, do that.
Yeah, that's
you have our permission.
Mm-hmm. Fair use.
Transformative. But yeah, Aaron, let's talk about this episode. Let's get into it. Because as we kind of mentioned earlier, the last episode ended with the tri-beam cannon, not Nick Cannon, being shot and a giant hole, the shape of the arena, left a crater in the ground. And nobody knows where Goku is.
Well, Roshi has an inkling.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, he's still alive. I can sense him. I can sense his boy energy. I'm paraphrasing.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's too complex of a feeling to describe. So everybody just takes it down to boy energy. I thought this was pretty interesting because I think, the series goes places with being able to sense energy and all that kind of stuff and sense like a person's, existence. And this was like, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the first instances of like somebody knowing where someone is based on feeling their energy. Like Roshi is looking around and then he's like, I feel Goku. He's alive. And then Chaozu also says, Goku's definitely not dead, but I don't know where he is. So it's like that kind of theme is happening. They're building the world in a way. They're giving the Z Fighter some tools.
All right. Yeah. I can sense my opponent.
Exactly.
I'm curious what that feels like. Is it like, oh no, my tummy's upset. There must be a strong fighter.
My toe is throbbing. There's a fighter. There's a fighter nearby.
Thank you for saying toe.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, my trick knee's acting up. Vegeta must be around. When they all get together, is it just like...
Are they all just
waves?
Buzzing?
They're just like... Ugh.
They're vibrating next to each other with each other's energy.
No one can stand close to me because I'll get a little vertigo. These energy levels are too high.
That's interesting. Have you ever felt like you felt a presence near you, though?
Oh, yeah, it's horrible.
Right? Because I'm assuming it's like that. It just feels like dread.
Oh, no. It's just the feeling that someone's behind you.
Yep.
Ugh.
It's just like you don't feel that whatever that thing is behind you is like breath on your neck, but you know it's there.
Ugh. Vince, you're freaking me out from across state lines.
Hey, look, fighting is freaky, man. when you can fire beams of energy that destroy slabs of concrete and create a hole that's supposed to be a triangle, but it's a square, or you could fire a Kamehameha wave out of your hands, things are gonna get nutty, Aaron. You better be ready, because we do find out where Goku is. Surprise! Look up.
Yeah. Just as we predicted. That boy high up.
Goku gets real high. Tien, can float or fly, right? And I totally forgot that it was called sky dancing, which sounds silly to me.
What?
That's the technique name.
Who calls it sky dancing?
Tien calls it sky dancing.
It ain't, but keep going.
But Tien, he sky dances up to Goku.
What are Superman's powers? Heat vision, cold breath, sky dancing. Why can't you call it flying?
Because he's
dubbers?
What?
That's a dub issue.
Yeah. Do they just call it flying in yours?
I mean, I forget the name of the technique. Your boy Corey, OG, I think told us at one point, but I forgot it because my brain no good. But I don't, so like to me that feels like a dubbing thing of like, oh, it's 3 syllables, it's 3 flaps. Well, flying's not gonna fit. I guess sky dancing is
sky
the next best.
Dancing. I get it.
Yeah, done. Let's go.
Let's get out of here. Let's go eat bratwurst for lunch.
Oh boy, at the commissary, the Funimation commissary.
Yeah. It's bratwurst day.
where anime deals are made and dreams are broken.
Absolutely. Where careers are won and lost.
We discovered Sam's last name, Schmeasels Schmeil. Yeah, you all know that Goku guy.
Everybody knows that guy.
He was working the cafeteria at the Funimation commissary.
Oh.
Then when they saw him eating a bunch of food, they're like, "Well, that's Goku right there."
That's it. I've never seen anything like it.
That'll translate to audio.
What definitely will translate to audio is Tien's quote. I quoted Tien here.
Ooh, nice.
As he sky dances up. I'm still going to use sky dancing. He says, "You must have set a new record for speed jumping to avoid that blast." And then all I could say is, I want to see speed jumping. I want that in the next jumping? Olympics. I don't know.
Man, you are amazing me with all these little bits of wording in your episode. Speed jumping.
Speed jumping.
I know speed skating.
Right.
There's running, which
eating.
is speed walking.
Running is speed walking. But there is a difference because there is speed walking and then there's running. It's like squares and rectangles. Not everybody who's speed walking is running, but every runner is speed walking.
Yeah, that's true.
You can take that to the bank.
Speed. How do you jump? How do you jump fast?
Right? Because you don't jump fast, you just jump high. And in order to jump high, you have to jump fast. So is the high jump, is that speed jumping?
Speed jumping? Maybe. I guess, yeah. Speed jumping. Yeah. Why can't he say high jumping instead of speed jumping?
Right.
What a, man, they're like, it's fine. Let's go.
There's more bratwurst.
Rough. They put out the second
helping
buffet tray. Let's go.
We gotta go. It's back.
It's fresh. It's like when everyone hits the dumplings at the Chinese buffet when they first put it out.
Oh my god! Not to mention the crab legs.
Ooh.
I used to get so mad at people that I saw just like loitering around the crab legs. Just sit down. You
have something else.
Yeah. Have some of the pepper chicken, you monsters.
What's wrong with little General Tso's?
Oh my god.
Teriyaki chicken.
Or have any of the other seafoods. Shrimp cocktail.
That seafood delight where they just put cheese on top of it for some reason.
Because everybody loves crab and cheese.
All right, so this...
No, I'm not done. That upsets me. Don't put cheese on your seafood unless it's in a pasta. That's it.
The end. Those are the rules.
Those are the rules. Them's the rules. Get used to it.
If we can go back to Earth for a second.
Absolutely. Let's
on two things.
Terra firma, baby.
Turtle faints in the most adorable way. Look it up. I don't know. Maybe we'll gif it. I don't know. Probably not. But like, it's damn cute. Turtle. That's how shocked he is that Goku could jump so high as to still be seen, but high enough that it's still amazing.
Right. I felt bad for the entire audience at that point, right? Because they're watching one of the best fights in Tenkaichi history. And then they're blinded by bright yellow light. And then they have to squint into the sun to see specks of fighters in the sky.
I mean, those retinas are burned and those eyebrows are singed.
Absolutely. From the blast and from the sun's intense rays.
I mean, the God bless the announcer. He's using those binoculars
right.
through his sunglasses.
It's like he woke up. He's like, oh, I know how to do my job again.
He's prepared at least.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There's just a lot of very fun mouth agape, heads up. I wonder how long they were doing that for as an audience. Because, like, I don't know. I get tired of standing at a sporting event for more than like 5 minutes. When everybody gets super excited about something, or it's like, it's the fourth quarter, stand for the fourth quarter. I'm like, no, I paid for a seat. Let me sit down.
I have a friend who's very into soccer. Sorry, football. He's a fan of the DC United, the MLB.
United.
The MLS team. Went to a game, but he's part of the supporters group, and they have like their own section. And I went to a game with them, and they're like, there are people yelling at us within that group to like, stand the fuck up, get on your feet, let's go.
Oh boy!
And it's an hour and a half,
right,
of standing and jumping and cheering. And I think at halftime, I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm going to go hang out for a little bit because if I can't sit down, I'll get yelled at.
Yeah, nobody wants that. How'd you get, poor Eric got roped into some kind of weird sports cult.
Yeah, it was fun, but I'm like, whoa, boy, this is not for me. I'll tell you that much. I don't like it. God, it could be two boys flying. Sky dancing, and I don't think I'd be as excited as that.
No, like, it's wild. It really is wild.
Goku, we know that he can't fly, which is a bummer. I thought he'd be able to master it at this point. But as soon as he touches the ground, he's out because there's no ring. Tien thinks he has it in the bag. Goku's like, all right, I'm going to do my final attack. I'm going to do it. And then he's like, Ka. And then everyone on the ground's like, no, Goku, don't.
It doesn't work on Tien. Stop. Even Tien is like, stop it. What are you doing? Don't shoot. Like, I wrote down, Tien actually says, like, right before Goku's about to fire off the Kamehameha wave, he's like, don't shoot.
So Goku, but it's a fake out.
Oh, yeah.
Goku uses it to propel himself, to headbutt Tien in the stomach, in his Tien tummy. And then they
in his 13-pack.
Yeah. In those hard abs. But it's enough to knock Tien out, so he's also in free fall.
Yep.
So let me ask this. I know it's a fun time cartoon about mystical creatures and shit. Are we saying that Goku being propelled like a bullet via Kamehameha is more powerful than the Kamehameha itself?
Interesting.
Or is it just the surprise factor? Which I don't think, because there was a lot of lead up before Goku hit Tien right in the guts.
I think it's probably a little bit of both, right? So it's been established that there's nothing harder than Goku's head. Right?
Fair. All right.
I think Goku knew that Tien could deflect the Kamehameha wave with that weird technique where he bulks up and then glows and then deflects it. So he, at the last second, turned around and said, oh, no, I'm the missile. And then I think that surprised Tien enough to throw him off guard and couldn't block it because he was coming too fast.
Yeah.
And it was established that after using the tri-beam cannon, it depletes a lot of the user's energy. So I think Tien was just a little flat, you know?
Okay.
Caught him flat-footed, you know what I'm saying?
It's a desperate move.
It's a desperation move. Because then we see that Goku, while falling, barely has enough energy to move. He's like, I can barely move.
He has just enough to like do the tiniest of Kamehamehas just to get himself a little bit higher than Tien.
Yep.
So Tien will supposedly hit the ground first.
Yeah. And the announcer is he's on his job. He is following the fight on what I called his like little rocket speeder bike that he throws out.
He uncapsules that and hops on.
I wanted to ask, is the announcer in some kind of midlife crisis because he painted, shark teeth on it? Like, is he a sad middle-aged man?
Oh, no.
Is there something there?
Just because I'm divorced doesn't mean I can't have fun. Put shark teeth on that.
Sir, we're happy to put the shark teeth on. Just, you don't have to yell in the showroom, okay?
This is my new girlfriend, Stacy.
Hello, ma'am.
She's studying communications.
Oh, great. No, that's fantastic. Sir, I'm just going to need to see your ID, and if you have a credit card, I'll just take that, and then we can get you all shored up for the loan application, and then then you're good to go. This
thing's this is the fastest one, right? The fastest bike.
It's quite fast. Yes. We try not to. I'm trying to discourage you from taking the fastest one, sir, because you.
No, I need the fastest one.
So you said
to show Linda.
Sir, I don't know Linda, but I do know.
Oh well, she. I don't like to use this word, but she's not nice. She won't let me see my kids, but if I have a fast bike, she can't stop me from seeing my kids.
Sir,
Lucas and Jane.
I can see that your
my sweet children.
Your new girlfriend is walking away. So I'm just going to take this time to say, sir, I know you've never ridden one of these before, and I would. No,
I have. I watched several YouTube videos about it. I've done the research.
Okay.
Lucas's favorite animal is a shark.
That's very sweet, and I'm glad that you're doing this in part for your son. I will insist.
And Jane loves motorcycles that also fly.
You have a very unique and lovely family, sir. All I want to make sure is that you wear a helmet while you're riding.
I can't do that. My hair is my business.
Oh no! I'm going to kill another man by giving him one of these. And
cool, good.
What? Did you hear me say that under my breath?
Yep, great ears.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Like my son Lucas when he heard me and his mother fight.
Oh no, no, sir, I don't need this information.
Why not? I'm just a middle-aged, oversharing man who's going through a divorce.
And guess what, sir? You now are the proud owner of a shark face.
Yeah.
Sky Cycle.
All right. Which one's the go button?
And seed.
All right, yeah.
That felt good.
I remembered my training.
My training. My fight money. So there's more falling.
Yep.
We get an interesting POV of the fall at one point.
It's it's a pretty rad animation.
Yeah.
They're hitting the urban streets of Papaya Island.
Eat your heart out. What was that, Birdman?
Yeah.
All one shot in my ass. Yeah. God of War.
So it's neck and neck.
Oh yeah.
It looks like Tien's probably going to hit the ground first, but then some unlucky motorist.
Oh yeah.
Comes in contact with Goku, forcing him to get slammed down on the ground first by half a second.
Yeah, it's like a split second. It was very tense. They built the tension for that pretty well, because at this point I've kind of forgotten what happens in the show.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I guess Goku's got it. I guess my original prediction is incorrect.
Right. Also, the animation on that hit was pretty severe too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they show him like bouncing off the pavement and leaving a divot, and I was like, oh god, it really looks like it hurts.
Yeah, it was not fun for Goku. But I will say, I think this is a callback to episode 1.
Oh yeah.
Where Bulma almost runs over him. Correct?
Oh yeah. Okay, no, I get that.
Didn't work out. Like, this is the only instance his car, the thing that brought him into this world, can take him out.
Goku vowed never to get hit by a car ever
Yeah.
again.
Well, sorry. But yeah, Tien is the winner.
Tien then wins. Yeah.
Before we take a baby break, I gotta ask: is this a cop out ending to the tournament? Do you feel, because there's a bunch of aftermath coming up, but like, do you feel satisfied, or do you think this was a way that didn't give a clear winner? Like, it still could have been anyone's game, and that it was kind of fate
Yes.
that decided.
I'm pretty happy with that. There's part of me that is like, no, like there should have been something more dramatic. There could have been something a little bit more, like split second decision, or for some reason in my mind, I thought this one ended with a like 10 count kind of thing where both fall down and then there's a 10 count.
Well, they're out of the ring.
Yeah, and but then it's like, oh no, they're out of the ring. So I don't know. I liked it. I didn't have a problem with it.
I wish Tien would have did something like I wish it was like a choice that did it. He comes to, and it's just enough energy to like lift himself back up at the very end.
Oh, and so then Goku hits first. Because it could have been
Goku catches his tail on something for a little bit. I don't know. Instead of just random chance.
Right.
But it was like, I'm happy with the fight.
Yeah, the fight was fantastic.
Overall.
Over the, how many episodes was this fight? 3?
Like 4.
3 or 4?
I think it was about 4.
Okay. Yeah. No, that worked. It was an entertaining fight from start to finish. There was techniques abound. Lots of fun stuff. Really good animation the whole time. So yeah, like the ending, I'm all about it.
Well, I'm all about this commercial. Ooh, well, Vince, what a crazy summer.
I mean, really. The sun was baking my poor, poor skin.
We had the fun in the sun. We learned a lot about ourselves.
We really did.
But it's back to school time.
You got to go to Staples. You got to get them Mead 5 stars. You got to get that brand new spanking backpack.
Oh, yeah. Every year for some reason.
Yep. Every year you need a new backpack.
What monsters we were. Demanding a new backpack every year.
I want the JanSport. Well, I want the new Timberland backpack.
Oh, look at you, Richie Rich over here with your JanSports. I just need a little bit of leather on it so I can write things on it in whiteout marker.
Oh, absolutely. How else would you identify yourself?
Look, back to school means some old friends, some new friends, some new enemies, some old enemies. But that's just what we're trying to say, is that there are people at school.
This is true.
And it's a great opportunity to share your favorite podcasts, Kame House Party.
Yeah. Aaron may be laughing, but that's just giggles of joy when you show up to school with this hot, hot pod sitting in that pocket and you're like, hey, right before, this class, you should check out this podcast.
You want a hit of this podcast?
Yo, bro, you want a hit of this podcast? We're going to listen to this podcast into the bleachers after school.
I don't know. I've never listened to a podcast. I'm a little nervous.
Nah, man, it's cool. Trust me. You want to hang out with, like, Stacy over there?
Stacy, the most popular girl in school?
Yeah, and also the guy that's standing next to her, Philip.
Ooh, Philip, the dreamiest boy in school.
And they're just friends, which is great. And there's no pressure for them to hook up at all.
Yeah.
But, like, you want to get in with them? You got to start listening to this podcast.
What? Okay.
It's called Kame House Party.
I mean, I guess it's better than the heroin I've been doing.
Oh my God, you do heroin?
Yeah, is that not a cool? There are signs all over the place. This is me reaching for help.
Oh, I always thought when you said you were doing heroin that you were just like really into Wonder Woman after the movie came out, and then you were just
that
like,
too. Have you ever watched Wonder Woman while doing heroin?
no.
I mean, I haven't because I just fall asleep right after. I assume it's great and very ironic.
All right, well, if you're down behind the bleachers, 3:30, we're all listening to Kame House Party.
All right. Yeah, this will stop me from doing drugs. Won't it? Won't it? And yeah, let's see. I mean, it got very serious there for a second, but I think the general message of podcasting can save your life is
it's still there. It's still there.
So maybe not that exact scenario. Maybe a little more in a lighthearted way. Yeah, but
the truth remains. If you like this podcast, share it with your friends. Word of mouth is one of the best ways for this podcast to grow. If you're a fan and you want us to keep doing it, it only helps. It can never hurt to just take your friend's phone, download our podcast to it, just because it's great. And you
have
should
have a podcast party.
Yes, that actually sounds like fun.
Hey, my parents aren't going to be there, but you got to tell your parents that they are.
And then you just
so
come
you can
over.
come over. Yeah.
Bring your JBL mini speaker.
Yeah.
And we'll hook it up to the Sonos, and then boom, we got podcast in stereo.
We're just gonna play No Man's Sky on my dad's projector and listen to pods.
That sounds like a hot afternoon.
Man, that's a great Friday night.
Hell yeah. Remember to like, share, and subscribe our podcast, Kame House Party, KameHouseParty.com, baby.
Yeah. Now, back to the show. I mean, thank you for listening to that eventual PSA.
Yeah.
Got to,
I like the intent, execution. Man.
I mean, someone in that ad went a little overboard. I'm not going to name names.
But it was a great team effort. And now you know. And now you know.
Yeah. Speaking of knowing, everyone wants to know what the fate of Goku and Tien is.
Yeah.
Krillin runs off like a lost lover, jumping over people to get to Goku.
Yeah. And then we see Yamcha turns to Bulma and says, Goku needs his friends right now. And then, so they're like, oh yeah, let's go find Goku. And then Launch pulls up, her trusty Uzi, and what is it?
Her Truzy, if you will.
Her Truzy, and she says, the best form of crowd control. Then she just shoots.
Oh no!
Perpendicular into the crowd, not up in the air, just into the crowd. And then Aaron, on top of that, they dodge it. The crowd parts like the Red Sea, but there's no blood.
They've learned. They're like, we can move fast too. We just saw it.
Yeah. they all picked up how to move faster than light. That's the first time we see Launch this episode, and she's already doing the launchiest things.
Even though they clear a path, it's just a panic as everyone tries to leave the stadium to see what happened.
Yeah. Running into oncoming traffic.
Yeah. There's a mother bear with her cub, very concerned.
Oh yeah. I was glad nothing happened to them. Because I don't know. Have you ever been swept up in a big crowd like that, moving in a direction? I have not.
I think the closest I've ever come is being in the motherfucking pit at like a Warped Tour or something similar.
Yeah.
So at a concert, if you dig your way up to the front and then you're like, well, this is horrible and I hate it.
Yeah.
And you try to get your way back to the back. Good luck, fucker.
No. Yeah, it's got to be a little bit like that. I think the closest I came to this was probably the other day when I unfortunately had to walk through Times Square, and there was some construction on one of the sidewalks, and so it's just like a bottleneck of people, and everybody's so close.
Oh, that nonsense!
I hated it. I've never felt more uncomfortable. I just wanted to push people away from me. Just get out of here. What are you doing here?
If I can offer one piece of advice about even visiting New York, is that you gotta fucking move.
Yes.
If you stop, get out of the way. It's like you're a car, you gotta pull over to the side of the road.
Exactly. Just pull over.
Times Square is the worst because that's the most tourists. Mm-hmm. It's the most people stopping and gawking at giant ads.
Mm-hmm. Or giant weed costumes, or 8 Showtime shows where the guys do stunts and stuff.
Man, I do want a swatch, and also a picture with that Batman.
Oh, over here's the Gap, and up there is, oh my gosh, those are Kate Upton's 2-story titties.
I don't know how I'm gonna fit that in to my everyday conversation, but yeah, for anyone that's stacked, that's where they got those 2-story titties.
Okay, I mean, back to it.
Very rude to say.
Incredibly rude. And I only said it for that bit.
These are for joke purposes. Of course.
These words are to be used only for jokes. You have to have a joke permit. Yeah. You have to go to joke training camp to be able to wield this joke properly.
You got to get 1,000 joke hours in.
Exactly. You got to put your hours in.
Krillin's face is the first one that Goku sees.
He would have never had it any other way.
Yeah. Tien is being hoisted up, congratulated. Everyone loves him, and he doesn't quite know how to handle it.
To make things even weirder, Roshi emerges kind of from the crowd, but he's like a distance away from Tien, and it's just giving him a telepathic speech.
Yeah, just like, you're a good boy now, and everyone likes you, see?
Got to get used to the cheers and not the screams.
Yeah.
Which is something Roshi said. I didn't know how did that play out in yours? Was there anything specific or different? I didn't
pay too much attention to it, because the whole time I was trying to figure out, is this in fact Roshi talking to himself in an internal monologue? Or is it him telepathically speaking to Tien?
Oh, okay.
And it seemed like it. I think you're right. It's the telepathic one, because it seemed like Tien was reacting.
I mean, it was kind of hard to tell. It seemed like they got a little lazy with the animation with Tien's reaction, because it was just the same frame every time it cut back.
I think I was just confused by it, the mechanics of what was going on.
Right, because I think the last couple of times that they've used the telepathy thing, they've dropped everything else, and it's just like they're standing in a black void talking to each other. Yeah,
they're pretty visually. They didn't. Who knows?
Again, just a hint of laziness. It's like, I get it. You put in all that work leading up to like this scene, but
I guess because they sensed that the telepathic conversation was over.
Absolutely.
Big mustachioed man picks up Tien, takes him over to Goku. They shake.
They have a moment.
Yeah.
I wanted to. When the big mustachioed man picks up Tien, does he say anything to him in your version? Because in mine, he says, "You're a champion. You shouldn't have to stand. Besides, I'm your biggest fan." Then looks at him and winks.
Oh, that's weird.
Very weird, right?
It was like, so I'm your big. I mean, I'm just gonna go get some dinner if you want to. I don't know what you're doing later. I could just pick your brain.
Oh, I see. You just kind of want to go talk to the kid that you beat. That's all cool right. Too. But I could leave my number in your sock.
Look, I made up a bunch of T-shirts, and if I could just get your blessing,
all proceeds will go to finding your old Master Crane.
Yeah. I just want to support you in whatever way I can,
and love you. I mean, make love. I mean, love you.
I appreciate the tense supple skin that I'm getting to hold here, And I'm not saying I won't think about it often, but I will. In my darkest hours at night.
I'll always remember the way that your multi-layered abs feel on the back of my bald head, and I'll remember everything you've done for bald men throughout this tournament.
As I walk you to this little boy, I'm just gonna have to lean forward a little bit. You know why. I think the men out here all know why. Anyway, I guess enjoy your life.
And scene.
The biggest fan. No, I think he just was like, all right, let's go meet your rival. Wink.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. And then that would also, because it didn't really get explained how both people that were hoisting Goku and Tien knew to walk towards each other. It's a little bit more.
They just want to see the handshake or the slap of the hand.
Yeah.
This is a good crowd. They're like, this was a good fight.
Oh, yeah, they
Tien's
loved
the
it.
winner. Like, no one's like, boo Goku. What a loser.
And then, how did you feel about this next bit? Because,
okay.
God damn it, Yamcha starts a slow clap. Of all the people to start a slow clap, it had to be Yamcha. I would have taken anybody else. I really would have, if I had to put money on it, I would have bet Oolong would have started the slow clap.
I feel like it would have been Launch. She's the most active member.
That's true.
She's the most proactive member. So the best part about this applause and everyone tearing up is little Turtle clapping his little flippies together.
Turtle is the cutest darn thing in this episode by far, and he's crushing it.
He is kawaii as fuck.
Kawaii AF.
KAF.
KAF.
106.5.
KAF. Cute as fuck.
The cute.
Bing.
Get ready for a nonstop block of puppy noises. Followed by soft cat meows. Then children just getting along in general and coming up with fun stories as they play.
This block is now a knight in shining armor, and your car is a steed. And then they're gonna meet each other on the battlefield and become best friends.
KAF shut down after 10 minutes of program. We goofed, says station manager.
There's got to be a Sirius XM radio for that, isn't there?
I don't understand why there's not. If nothing else, there's some sort of chill lo-fi hip-hop equivalent
of that.
Soft, cute sounds to study to. Relax.
Soft, cute sounds to study to. Pillows being fluffed by your nana.
That's that Venn diagram of ASMR.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the crowd's cheering. We cut to we go forward in time a little bit.
Yep.
I guess Goku's clothes fucking disintegrate.
They always do after whatever adventure he has.
So Krillin's like, here you go, man. I'm going to put my suit on.
There's a lot of Krillin, right? There's a
lot of suspiciously a lot of emphasis on Krillin.
And it's Krillin being like really genuine, and showing a lot of concern, and being bathed in soft light.
Yeah, as if we're, they really want us to like Krillin right now.
He's back in his suit, and you're like, I remember Krillin in his suit. He looks dapper as fuck.
I mean, I'm sure it means nothing. So Tien comes in. He's like, yo, dog. I lost because of luck. Here's half the prize money. And tell me if this is different in yours. Goku refuses the money and says, quote, no, I don't even know how to use money.
Okay. It's pretty similar, actually. He says, he's like, oh, no, you won. I don't need it. And besides, I don't know what I would spend it on anyway.
I like yours better.
Yeah.
Because, he knows what money is now.
Goku does know what money is.
There was a whole episode where he learned the value of hard work and money.
He fought a Bruce Lee lookalike.
Yeah. He scammed a man.
Goku's a con man.
Yeah. He's the con man who only hits other con man. Oh, I mean, hold on. Get NBC on the phone.
Ooh, we got something.
It'd be a good procedural.
Get Nathan Fillion on the phone. We've got a show for him.
Yeah, if that one show about him being a rookie cop doesn't work out.
Oh, God, how could it?
I'm like, oh, Nathan Fillion, I love you, boy, but I
Come
don't know about
on.
the show, dude.
Like, I don't want to see you run.
I need you. Yeah, you need to be a space captain or
Castle.
a writer detective.
Yes.
You are not. I'm sorry, you ain't a cop.
You're. I get it. That's the point. Is like he's too old to be a cop, and he's partnered with a sassy black woman who's all about her job, and it's L.A., so shit is cray.
We got a 20-hour fucking shift. Get up on it.
Yeah. Anyway. Enough.
Oh, so he's learning how to love again because he's a recent divorcee.
Oh, Fillion.
Getting out there.
Do you think he's in a spiral because they're killing Cade 6 in Destiny 2? Oh, God. I cannot believe I just said those words.
Oh, no.
No.
I think the dude
in the
just
new
wants
expansion, in the new expansion, Cade 6 is quote unquote dead. Which I think it just means Nathan Fillion just doesn't want to run more VO lines for like 13 hours.
But he's a robotman. Also, they can only do for 4 hours at a time if we're going by union rules.
It's a little different when it comes to Bungie.
Oh, really? Bad boys?
I feel like Bungie. No, it's Activision. Activision tries to be good boys, but they're probably bad boys.
All right, new segment. Who's a bad boy and who's a good boy in the video game industry? Call them out.
Oh, bad boys.
What you gonna do?
IGN for hiring that Philip Musing guy, who I suspected was a piece of shit the whole time.
All right. Bad boy. You get the bad boy stamp.
Bad boy. Good boy. Good boy in video games. Luigi for dying.
Luigi for sacrificing himself for our sins.
And for Smash Ultimate. Bad boy. The next bad boy in video games.
I'd say Nintendo for not including Waluigi.
Yes. Waluigi was a bad boy, and Nintendo's also a bad boy by association. Bad boy, Shigeru Miyamoto. Good boy. Motion Twin, developers of Dead Cells, which Vince has put 10 hours into since he's been playing it.
You were up at 2 a.m. playing it, but at the same time, I was up at 2 a.m. just watching YouTube. So I guess we're both bad
boys. Thus ending this segment. Bad boy, good boy.
It might return. If you like it, let us know.
It might return, yeah. Let us know if you want bad boys, good boys of gaming.
Yeah, Goku doesn't want money. The rest of the gang comes up. Turtle, in his hat trick of cuteness this episode, although it's kind of sad. Get that boy's wagon.
Yeah.
He's struggling. He's struggling to walk around.
And you know what? I blame Oolong. I feel like it's Oolong's job to pull him along, and Oolong's just not doing it.
Also, those festival grounds are filthy. We've all been to a carnival at the end of the night.
Paper cups and sad
you've been
churro
to a
dust.
concert, and at the end, everyone walks out, and it's like, ugh, what has happened?
It's like, why are we all awful people?
You've been to a church potluck.
Yes. And it's disgusting after.
Yeah, you grossos. And your 20-piece chicken from Walmart.
We all know you didn't bake that.
Come on, Carol, you didn't even put it in a different tub. It says great value.
Yes. Good great value reference.
So I wish someone would help Turtle. Mm-hmm. Yamcha, Tien, face off by Tien asking for forgiveness. And Yamcha's like, nah, it's fine. You didn't kill me, so I'll see you next time, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Yamcha says to Tien in that moment, he's like, don't worry about it. Bones heal just like everything else.
Oh.
Right?
Way more poignant.
Yeah.
Yamcha got some wisdom in that hospital bed.
Sitting in that hospital bed being a mope.
Maybe that's what that T-Rex in the hospital said to him.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely one of those guys that made fun of him initially. And then at the end, like, hey, man, respect for jumping out that window. Yeah. Maybe you should give the Tien guy a break. Oh. Bones heal just like
Just like everything else. And then Yamcha comes back to the hospital like, I did it. I made friends with Tien. Where's T-Rex? And that's the nurse just looking down. Cut to an empty hospital bed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And then the sad Scrubs music plays. Yeah. And Laverne walks in.
I'm no Superman.
It's in time of death. Oh,
but then that dude who only works at the morgue fucks everything up.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
What a goof.
What a goof. He's always eating them lollipops.
And then the janitor does something. Right? That's show.
That's pretty much the show. JD gets sad. The janitor does something. Ted makes a mistake in the morgue. Dr. Cox gives a lecture. End of episode. But as we get closer to the end of this episode...
we got to get to...
After the reconciliation...
You got to tell me if it's different in yours.
Oh, yes.
Because you're about to talk about them going to dinner, yes?
Yes, going to dinner.
Okay. This is where the Launch Tien ship begins.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I can't believe I almost skipped that.
Oh, to me, my favorite part of this episode.
It's
Launch,
so cute.
Quote, everyone's like, Tien's great, you're a good boy. Launch, quote, yeah, I agree. I love your wildness. And she's blushing.
Whoa, what?
While she's saying this. And everyone's like, huh? Well, this is, it's a new side to Launch.
Yeah.
Then I think Roshi invites him to come train at Kame House. And then Launch says, quote, if you come to Kame House, I'll take real good care of you.
Okay, that line remains.
Okay. Which could mean a bunch of different things.
Mm-hmm. I think the only thing that they did change in that line specifically and in that, thing was like Roshi invited Tien to stay, like to come live with him and train and whatever. And then he said something about Launch having bad cooking.
What? You motherfucker?
But Launch says to Tien, like blushing, she's like, I know you like me, Tien.
What?
Yes.
Give him that dick, you three-eyed motherfucker. Let's go.
It's like I know you wanna do me.
You've been staring me down off fucking tournament.
Your third eye kept looking at me.
Yeah.
I know what that means.
Oh, I smell that musk all the way from across the stage. You get over here and you live with me.
Yeah, and then she says, it's like, if you come stay with us, I'll take care of you, but good, with her her newsy accent.
I'm like, is this an elaborate ruse to get revenge for what he's done?
No.
I don't think so. But it could be construed as such.
It could be, and if it ever happened, it would definitely be the most passionate revenge sex anybody's ever seen or heard or witnessed.
Or her tale of.
Mm-hmm.
Tien, I think he's a little flustered. He doesn't know how to. He's like, oh no, a girl. How do I get out of this? He declines, saying, well, even though we're not training with Master Crane anymore, even though I'm a good boy, I can't be dirty. I can't add insult to injury.
By changing schools?
Yeah. Look, my credits don't transfer, and there's a tuition spike, and I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go in the karate workforce. It'll be fine. You don't need a degree.
I don't need that. The associates is fine.
Real life Aaron here. It worked for me so far. So.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Tien's gonna be just fine. He's gonna bounce back. He's gonna be all good. He's got that zenny.
In the best wackiest line, Launch snaps her fingers in like. She's like, "Ah, dang!" But then she said, "Let's be pen pals."
Oh, I love that line. That's so sweet.
Cute.
It's so cute. Oh, so cute. Instead, in mine, she because Roshi made that line about cooking.
Mm-hmm.
She does the same thing. She snaps her fingers. She's like, "Darn it. Okay, well, what if I don't cook?" And I was like, "That's pretty clever. Like that plays,
What if the other personality that lives inside me cooks?"
And then Roshi says to that, he's like, sounds like a good deal. Again.
Come on. Just let me watch. That's your rent.
Oh, God.
No closed doors in my home.
Roshi's scrambling when they get back to the island. He's like taking all the doors off and throwing them into the sea.
Get out of here. We don't. Sorry, let me do the Roshi one. Oh, get out of here, you doors. Kamehameha. They're out. Walls, too. We don't need those. Finally, my free love colony is coming to fruition.
Just a bunch of beds under a palm tree.
That's the old man's life for me.
The old man's life is the only life for me. I have watched sex underneath the palm tree. The old man's life is the only life for me.
Say, if Tien took that deal, which I would say it, he's a fucking dummy.
Yeah.
You fucking dum-dum.
You got Launch, the most eligible bachelorette in all of the world.
She's giving you a rose.
Ugh.
Granted, it's hiding her AK, but it's a rose nonetheless.
But what would happen if Tien went?
What is blue-haired Launch going to feel about all this?
I feel like the attraction must be felt between both of them, right?
You think?
It's just blonde-haired Launch vocalized it first.
I mean, I guess it's what causes attraction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it really just chemicals?
Could be.
Does Launch's brain change physiology and chemical makeup when she switches? I don't know. These are questions for a smart boy.
These are questions for a smart boy, a smarter boy than either of us. This
Let
would
us
require
know.
some
Yeah.
research that we don't do.
I think eventually be like, oh, a man. Like, in those old cartoons.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, look, if you're a listener and you are a psychologist of note who's written a paper maybe on, psychological or emotional attraction in people with schizophrenic tendencies, like if there's a study like that, tell us about it.
Yeah, we want. I want to know.
I would actually read that study.
Look, you can be a psychologist of unnote. Maybe you only got an associate's. That's fine. Lay it
Yeah.
on us.
If you got a research paper that's delving into this kind of thing, we're interested.
Point us in that direction.
Roshi suggests, hey, you know what? To celebrate all the hard work and the amazing tournament that we just had, let's all have dinner to celebrate. And then Tien is like, only if I can treat. So we cut to them walking into the restaurant.
Tien, you fool. You dummy.
He has no idea what's about to hit him. They're walking in, and it's like Goku and Krillin are the last two to walk in. Goku is like, oh, crap, I forgot my power pole and my Dragon Ball back at the tournament grounds. I better go back and get it. And then Krillin, he's been so sweet. And he's like, you know what,
helpful
Goku,
boy.
I'll go get it. It'll take a second. And Goku kind of hesitates. He goes, but I should go get it. He goes, no, don't worry about it. I'll go get it.
And there's this weird pause as Krillin is running off. It's like the end of a romance. Mm-hmm, everyone's like, there's shots of everyone like staring because Goku's like, hey, Krillin, wait up. And then it's just everyone's waiting for him to say something.
Yeah.
And I swear it's like a minute long.
It's really long.
It's incredibly long.
It's so long. I thought my feed was broken while I was watching it. I was like, did it pause? Is it buffering? What is happening?
And it's all for this very not great joke that does not land. Where Goku says, quote, I forgot what I was going to say.
Really?
Yeah, why? What did they hit you with?
They hit me with like Goku staring. Then he just goes, come back soon. And that's it.
Oh, that's sweet.
It was sweet. It was
I
very
prefer
sweet.
that. But it doesn't make sense for that. Like, can we just cut this out? Come on.
Yeah, let's just like hurry.
No one in America's gonna know.
Yeah. But then, everybody goes back in. They start sitting down. They're like, wow, we're hungry. Where's Krillin? And then in a weird way, they all are like, he'll be fine. Let's just start eating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all the flags are starting to pop up of something's amiss.
And the biggest red flag of all is
yeah.
Goku looking at food saying, "I'm not hungry."
Really? He just said he wanted to wait on he wanted to wait on Krillin.
He says that, and then they're like, "Come on, Goku, just aren't you hungry?" He goes, "I'm not hungry."
Come on, you fat fuck. Let's go.
Come on, you.
You eat everything. What are you doing?
Insatiable appetite, having motherfucker, eat.
Look, we didn't have to order. We pre-ordered all this food. You better fucking start eating, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then Goku starts staring off into the distance.
Yeah.
And there's this weird, like, dream sequence. He's seeing flashes and hearing Krillin's voice screaming for, yeah, Goku, help! Help me, Goku!
Goku!
And it's all, like, swirling and like, everything goes into a negative. You kind of see a window break. And then Goku just gets up and runs.
He has a kung fu premonition.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, a soap opera twist if I've ever seen one.
This was good twist. And
yeah,
I think we were both saying that we were not expecting this at all.
No, it's announcer knocked out, Krillin fucking dead. Dead as hell.
Not a question of will he wake up.
Nope.
The young man is dead, dead,
Like,
and
Goku is
Goku's
upset.
Yes,
I think even the not the announcer in the show, but the announcer for the show, he's even like, "Well, Krillin's dead. Who did it?"
yeah. The narrator is very much like it's not like, well, what happened to Krillin? Find out next time. It's just like, Krillin's dead. Find out what happened to him next time on Dragon.
The sooner we accept this, the sooner we can move on with the series. Have a week to mourn.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. It's too much. I really wasn't ready for that.
Before we unpack Krillin's corpse, just the announcer does know that a monster, his words not mine, stole the Dragon Ball and the tournament roster.
Ooh.
So someone wants the Dragon Balls, of course.
Yep.
What else, it's the day that ends in Y. But the tournament roster is an interesting twist.
Right.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? And
but this is the and then for my title. And then Krillin fucking dies.
Right. That, like, your title has this built into it. So where mine is like the Fallen. And it's like, oh, crap, I really thought it was just about Goku and Tien falling as they were the Fallen.
Double meaning.
But then it's really Krillin who's the Fallen. And Krillin who's been lost.
It's a very popular joke. To like, haha, Krillin, always dying. And from my memory, Krillin died. To me, Krillin died once.
Right.
On Namek.
Yes.
And I was like, why are you guys always saying Krillin dies? I'm like, oh, this is why.
This is why.
Oh, he's just a dying fool. Yeah, that boy loves to die.
He's got
Can't
a
get
death
enough
wish.
of this stuff.
It keeps getting granted.
Call him and then ungranted. Oh, you brought me back? I guess I'll marry an android. Guess I'll marry this Roomba with a set of gams.
With a set of gams.
Yeah, death has made me not give a fuck.
But yeah, I really wasn't prepared for a death yet.
It was I freaked out. It was upsetting, and it still kind of is because I think there's been a long run of a lack of Krillin,
right?
And that doesn't sit with me. And now it's going to be even less Krillin.
Mm-hmm. And it's just when we were starting to see Krillin really show his stuff, and like it seemed like he was on track to continue to be Goku's like sparring partner and rival, and his abilities were growing and he was maturing a little bit, and then for his life to be taken so abruptly, we don't even know who yet.
I mean, what a twist.
Mm-hmm.
Shyamalan,
eat your heart out.
Yeah. Build up a twist for 100 episodes. Let's see if you can do it.
Yeah,
and go.
You coward. And that's kind of how the episode. That's it.
I believe that's the end of this episode and the end of the Tien Shinhan saga.
That's true. So the next time you hear this podcast, we're going to be in a whole new saga. With
I think we're going to start seeing a familiar green adversary.
Mean Green? You talking about the Grinch?
Yeah.
Oscar the Grouch?
The Hulk.
Godzilla?
Keep going.
Scyther from Pokemon?
One more?
Swamp Thing?
Well, I don't know.
He's green.
He's neither a good guy nor a bad guy.
All right, the Lizard Man then. He's a bad guy.
There we go.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah, he bad boy.
Peter's professor. He only got one
He's just
arm.
trying to find that cure.
But yeah, that's it. Aaron, boy, oh boy. What an episode.
As good as 100 felt, being done with another saga so closely to it feels even better.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like fate. If you're listening to this and you're like, how can this get any better? Keep listening.
Yeah, simple as that.
Check out kamehouseparty.com to check out all of our, links, deets, social meds and feeds. Follow us on our Instagrams. Follow Kame House Party on Instagram, Kame House Party on Twitter. Check out all that stuff. Write to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Interact with us. Will we interact back?
Please.
We're lonely.
The internet's like New York, surrounded by people, but everyone's alone. And everyone's got an angle, baby.
Wow. This is true. Everybody's got an angle. And let yours be fandom for Kame House Party. Because we're both fans of all of you listening. Because you guys are great.
Yeah.
You guys, gals.
Yeah, we don't need you to believe in us because we believe in you.
Mm-hmm. And that makes you real.
Yeah. Listeners do exist. We're not just, making elaborate, set multiple accounts on various social media platforms to interact with ourselves. That would be insane.
That'd be bonkers.
Yeah, we're not hiring actors to send in voicemails to us. That's too complicated of a conspiracy.
I didn't set up my own P.O. box and Facebook for somebody who lives in Australia, and then there just happened to be the same guy named Corey in Canada.
Yeah, it's not like we ran out of names for fans or anything. It's not like Alex Jones had a whole episode on the Kame House Party conspiracy. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, you wouldn't have heard it because he got kicked off of everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Go find it somewhere.
I'm not saying thankfully, but
it's a fact.
Yeah. Anyway, real fans, thank you for listening.
And, as always, no matter what you got going on, no matter who is outside of your apartment screaming about traffic issues, all you got to do is keep fighting.